Recording has started. Thanks, Andrew.
Welcome everyone to this extraordinary general meeting on the 5th of July 2024. Council acknowledges the traditional custodians of the land where we work and live. Council celebrates the diversity of Aboriginal peoples and their ongoing cultures and connections to the lands and waters of the New South Wales Central Tablelands. Members of the public are advised that the proceedings of this meeting, other than any confidential matters, of which there are none today, will be recorded and made publicly available on the council website, and persons attending the meeting should refrain from making any defamatory statements. Item 1 is apologies, and I note we have an apology from member Bruce Watt. And do we have an apology from member Ewan?
I haven't heard from him. However, he hasn't arrived online, and we also do have an apology.
From the
Councillor O'Connor.
Councillor O'Connor. We have an apology from Councillor O'Connor, and we also note that the General Manager is an apology as an observer. Okay, thank you. So we have at the moment 3 apologies. Members Watt, Ewan and O'Connor. Could I have someone to move that those apologies be accepted, please? Thank you, Member Smith, and second, Member Fry, was it? Thank you. All in favour? Aye. Disclosure of interest. Council members are reminded of their obligations under Council's Code of Conduct to disclose any and appropriately manage conflicts of interest. If any members have any declarations of interest, they should do so now. Are there any declarations of interest? I note that there are no declarations of interest. We go to item 3, which is the Audit, Risk and Improvement Committee. And the recommendation is in 5 parts. And unless anyone objects, we will move these as one recommendation for the 5 parts. Recommendation is that Council adopt the Audit, Risk and Improvement Committee terms of reference. 2 is that the Council appoint existing Audit, Risk and Improvement Committee delegate member Councillor Reynolds as the non-voting councillor member of the remainder of the term of the council, that is till September 2024. 3 is that Council formalise the appointment timeframes for the current Audit, Risk and Improvement Committee independent members as follows. Roman 1, Donna Ryegate from 17th of January 2022 to 16th of January 2026. Roman 2, Ron Gillard from 21st of March 2022 to 20th of March 2026. Point 4 is appoint Liz Jeremy as an independent member of the Central Tablelands Weeds Authority, ARIC, for a term from 5th of July 2024 to 4th of July 2028. And point 5 is formalise the appointment of Donna Ryegate as the Audit, Risk and Improvement Committee chairperson. Could I have a mover for that recommendation in 5 parts, please? Member Smith, seconder, please. Member Reynolds, thank you. Any discussion on this?
Chair,
Member
I'm
Reynolds,
happy to sort of outline why these recommendations have been made. As one, we have to have a terms of reference, so that's point number 1, which is attached as an attachment to this business paper. We've pretty well used the model one with a couple of very minor modifications that are mentioned in the report. Appointing the existing ARIC members, myself as a delegate, we under the new terms of reference, the member becomes a non-voting member, but still can sit. There is no room for an alternate delegate, as in we have had one in the past. Member Leslie has been the alternate, but there is no room in the new terms of reference for an alternate. And that member is non-voting, but still can participate fully in the discussions at that meeting. But just, and there, as in, to be brutally honest, there is never a vote. It's more as in the reports noted or other matters. So it's important that you still do have a delegate, and this only gives authority until the September elections, and then the council will appoint a new member to the ARIC. committee, but it is important. We have one. It's also important to note in the terms of reference that the chair is also able to go and answer questions, but is not allowed to participate per se in the discussion, whereas the member councillor is. For number 3, in reading the terms of reference and working with Blaney and Central Tablelands Water, it was discovered that both Donna Reigate and Ron Gillard, their term, which can be up to a maximum of 4 years, was going to expire a bit over 2 years, 2.5 years. And part of the terms of reference, again, is to have continuity so that you don't just potentially lose all 3 at once and have 3 new. So we've recommended here that the other 2 delegates continue for the full 4 years, which will be the same in the other 2 councils. And they were appointed at different times, so hence the different ending dates. The appointment of Liz Jeremy as an independent member, the requirements of the terms of reference are now that you have to have 3 delegates, 3 voting delegates, and they have to be all independent. So we had to appoint someone else to that position. And so Liz Jeremy has been recommended as the person. As in, I was on the panel as it was observed in the report behind this, and there were 30 nominations for the positions, as in a lot of them sit on current ARECs, and Liz Jeremy does sit on a few ARECs. She is based at Bellingen, which is on the mid-north coast. So there will be a cost borne between the 3 councils, being Blaney Shire Council, Central Tablelands Water, and Central Tablelands Weeds Authority, to actually bring Liz down and back, probably via air. But it'll be borne 3 ways. So it'll only be a third of the cost for each of the 3 authorities. As far as I'm aware, when the budget was done, there was extra money allocated for this position and travel. So it's within the budget parameters to cover for the person. I think the chair, which is the last part of it, the terms of reference say that the council has to authorise the chair, as in it's no longer the AREC appoints their own chair. It's now the council appoints the AREC chair. So that's why the 5th recommendation is made that Donna Reigate continue as the chairperson until the end of her term at this stage, which will be at the beginning of 2026. So that's a quick summary, Chair, of the 5 points that we're considering today. Happy to take any questions if any members have questions.
So should point 5 be, rather than formalise the appointment, appoint Donna Reigate as the audit risk as the audit risk management internal audit for the improvement committee chairperson, rather than formalise the appointment?
It is, as in technically maybe one or the other, but she is currently the chair. So as in we're
That's
just
right.
formalising her position as current chair under the terms of reference. So that's why the word formalise was used as opposed to appoint, because she is already the current chair.
Okay, I'm happy with that.
Confirm might be best. Confirm.
As in, if you're moving an amendment, Stephen, as in.
Well, the only trouble
Sorry,
with confirm member Leslie is if she's already, well, I suppose we can. Yes, I don't know whether formalise or confirm, does it make that much difference?
I think they'll all have the same mechanic.
Yeah.
Let it be.
Member Reynolds, I'm just asking, sorry, something you said initially I was a little confused about. You said that the chairperson can't participate in discussion or something? I was a bit...
The chairperson of the county council can't, but so you...
Oh, the chairperson of the county, yes, I understand that. I thought you meant the chairperson of the Audit Risk and Management Committee. Sorry, I was getting confused. Yes, I thought that was the case, but I just, yeah, all right. No, I understand that, yes. But I think members are allowed to attend as pure observers, aren't they? Not participate at all.
No, I don't think so. But
well, there are 2 categories. They talk about attendee member who has to be appointed, and then there are observers. I thought when I read the legislation.
You can't have an alternate. You'd be unlikely to have an observer.
Well, I thought there were rights for observer because I think on Oberon there are observer rights.
Could I suggest that be taken on notice, Chair?
Yes, exactly.
And
All right.
The business manager look into it and come back to the council with
Yeah.
a determination, I suppose, on whether any member can go along. I will say, though, it's not the most exciting meeting to attend, but
You're on record, Member Reynolds.
but it does, may I say, clarify though, but it does have a very good purpose to actually.
It does have an essential. I think it does have an essential purpose. I think we need
Healthy
to
amount
make
of
sure.
applications too, Councillor Reynolds. That's good to hear that so many people were interested in our risk management at this.
All right.
level.
So we have a mover, we have a seconder. Any further discussion on this, madam? I put the recommendation in 5 parts. All in favour?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. As there is no other business, I don't believe, I declare this meeting closed at 10:18 a.m. on the 5th of July, 2024. Thank you everyone for attending.
It actually went longer than Ian.